Hi and welcome back to Snowboard Instructor tool. Let's have a look at our student today, Lee. So Lee, his goal is to go fast on the snowboard. For physical, he doesn't play any sport. We cannot really see if he's fit or not, and the video quality is really bad. He's an adult male and he has 2 years of snowboarding. Psychological, he is keen, he's going down the terrain with quite some speed. We can see, especially on the toes, barely spend any time, he's not comfortable on his toes, and his hand to me that he might not be very comfortable at that speed on that terrain. The terrain condition, it's a fairly steep terrain, it's groomed, it's not too busy, there's a couple of people but not too many, and it's clear visibility. For the equipment, we cannot see much. This is cluing me that maybe he has a forward stance, so both bindings are pointing forward and not a duck stance. For my observation, as usual, I'm going to use a CASI skill system. Feel free to use the one of your certification. Position and balance. The first thing, I see a lot the hands moving a lot. They are in the air. Up again. Right there. Hands. So his hand is in the air, which for me, doesn't have too much balance. As said for the equipment, back knee is tucked in, probably because he has a forward stance. We can also see that the back is a little bit bent. And on his heel side, that's some very stiff legs all the way. For pivot, he has a full body rotation. His whole body is turning as one. We can see it a little bit here, not too much. His arm is initiating the turn, and this is why the arm ends up there. And for the heel side, the back arm is initiating the turn to rotate the whole body, and this is why the arm ends up here. Pressure control is not really applying any pressure, letting his speed and gravity put some pressure on the board, and on his heel side is clearly pushing down on those heels. Try to slow down. His hedging not effective. On the toe side, the hedging does not help him at all to turn. It does not even finish the turn, and we can see spend quite some time with quite a bit of hedging on the toes, but not actually going anywhere. Like that's his track on the toe side. And on the heel side, so it's starting here with pretty strong hedge, and he ended up here. So he did the whole distance there on his hillside trying to slow down. That showed me that his hedging is not very effective. For timing and coordination, the edge change, it's very close to the fall line, and obviously it passes the fall line from his toe side to heel side, since it doesn't go across the fall line on his toe side. The toe side turn is barely happening, as we've been saying earlier, and obviously on his heel side he goes all the way across the fall line. So his line look like toe side, heel side, toe side, heel side, toe side, heel side. So it's slowing down here, go across the fall line, and it is catching a lot of speed here, going straight down the fall line. My instructor goal, there is again a lot of options, a lot of things we can improve, and I personally think is now ready to go fast on this kind of steep terrain. So my instructor goal will be to improve his platform during the turn, to increase his edge grip, to increase the stability and the board performance, and all of that on an easier terrain. This should help him be more stable, so more in control of his board, and feel more comfortable with the speed. By adding more board performance, it should help him have the board turning for him, so he can really control his speed by controlling the shape of his turn a little bit more. Obviously in one lesson, we cannot work on everything. There is a lot of technique that you need to learn and to practice. First thing I will work will be to initiate GS turn with the hips, moving the hips towards the inside of the turn to move the weight onto the new edge or towards the new edge, and with the ankles refining the edge change, so lifting the toes or lifting the heels with the ankles. If he has a forward stance, we'll still use the hips, but instead of the ankle, I will use the knees to also push towards the inside of the turn. Instead of using the ankle, it will be a little bit harder. For my exercise, I'm gonna do 2 exercises so we can keep on riding. My first one will be to do some carved J-turn on a obviously mellow terrain. Carve is not necessary, but it would be nice that the turn will be fairly carved. And the J-turn, so we go straight down and then go back up, straight down and then go back up. It requires to not have a busy terrain to keep safety, and the idea, the board is flat while we go straight down, and then when we want to initiate the turn, we're gonna start moving the hips towards the inside of the turn, so towards this area, start getting the edge on the snow, and then we're gonna refine with the lower body the edge grip by lifting the heels or the toes. On his toe side, we're going to the heel side here, and on the heel side, we're gonna leave the toe side on this part. Trying to get the edge to do the turning for us. My second exercise will be again on a mellow terrain, various size half turn, so like tornado turns. So we'll start at the top, we go for big wide turns, and as we go down, we're decreasing the size until we end up probably doing some edge rolls. Beautiful drawing. This will help him to get comfortable on the big wide turn, while still understanding he can have quite a fair amount of speed, but in control. And as he go to sharper turns and eventually even an edge roll, he will need to act faster, but also the ball will keep pointing more down the slope, so we'll catch more speed. That's it for my analysis. I'm looking forward to see yours in the comment section. I don't have too much time to do a lot of the videos, and I clearly have an issue with the quality of the export of the videos, but I did find my way to draw on the videos, so it's easier for me to explain and to show everything. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.